Booker show, and he was at the awards Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
Booker, you there?
Hey, Howard.
Hey, all of the DJs on our station, by the way, have to give themselves goofy names, so that it's part of the prerequisite for working here.
Would it be wrong to ask him his real name?
Your last name is Booker?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And what's your first name?
If you want to call me Chris, you may.
Chris Booker? I'll call you Booker.
Thank you.
And
Why don't you call yourself Booger?
Booger. Oh, that's good. Why don't you start working into the booger thing?
That's cool.
Well, that's the first time I've ever heard that one.
I like that, Booger.
I argue with him about this all the time. I think his name is Booger because his last name is Bougher.
Well, spell that again?
Calls that Booger?
B-O-U.
You forgot an E.
B-O-U.
B-E.
B-E-U?
B-E-U.
B-E-U-G-H-E-R.
That's Booger.
That's Booger, not Booker.
It is Booger. You know your name is Booger?
Booger!
Call yourself Booger on the air. That's so much cooler.
name.
Yeah. Anyway, Booger was at the awards Saturday night. All of our DJs have different wacky names and stuff because it's become the in thing. I haven't actually met you, have I?
Yeah, I read it to you once, and
What did I say to you?
well, you were real polite, but you were just introduced to me real quick by Tom in your office.
Oh, remember that?
Yeah. I welcomed you to the station.
Yeah, I just sat there and slobbered for a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, it was an awkward meeting, and I hope it never happens again.
Me too.
Anyway, Booger.
You just sound cool now that we know your name is Booger.
Right.
Come on,
Now
guys.
we want to know you. Call yourself Booger on the air, seriously.
It's a cool name. It's the best. I love it.
Maybe it's hard to get chicks when you're Booger. Because you think of that guy in The Nerds, Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
Revenge of the Nerds, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought that was pretty funny. Even the sequel I thought was funny when the guy Booger,
He went to that guru.
he went to a Chinese guy who was the master at picking his nose.
Right.
I thought that was funny. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. I like that guy Booger. Anyway, you were at these so-called awards,
Yes, the Billboard Awards.
and I guess I won 3 of them.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Thank you.
you won all 3 that you were nominated for. You swept.
Wow.
Now, what did I win?
You won nationally syndicated personality. Let me see. I think you won modern rock personality.
Thank you.
That's pretty cool. And
Well, I am a modern rock personality.
yeah, you're a modern rock guy. You play all those modern rock records.
I
in the
do.
morning.
I do, of course.
and,
I'm happening.
and you won, but you know what? They ran through your awards so quick. They didn't really,
Who was running the show?
after the very first one, RuPaul, the queen of all media, of course.
Oh, well, RuPaul, doesn't he have a morning show on
I know
New
he's
York?
working
Here
on
in town,
Kiss or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, that must be a good show.
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't want me getting too much attention.
Well, no, they passed it over to these 2 other guys. You want me to give their names?
Yeah.
Okay, there's one guy named Moby, as in Dick, and there was another guy named Bubba the Love Sponge.
Oh God, what a group!
And you thought Booker was bad.
They gave my award to those guys?
Well, no. What happened was they had different moderators, different speakers, and those 2 were chosen because they're quote outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
So they got these 2 outrageous guys to give the awards for modern rock and morning personality and so on and so on.
Right.
So they bring these guys on stage, and they announce your name. And you got to keep in mind that the people in the room are the people who voted for these awards.
Right.
So, after they say your name, now Moby turns to, Bubba the Lump Sponge and goes, where is Howard Stern? Why can't Howard Stern come? Is he too good to be here? And he
Yeah.
goes, we got Rick Dees here.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
And we got various other, morning personalities here in New York. RuPaul's here.
Wow.
Where
Didn't
is
he just-
Howard Stern? Is he too good for us? Can he come here? And then Bubba starts to almost back down. Now, this Moby guy, they're both from the South. These guys they're just bombing on stage. Big time.
And they're clearly Howard Stern imitators.
Have you ever heard Bubba?
No, I never heard of Bubba.
This guy has ripped off your show every different way.
Right.
He does your show at night. He's perfected doing your show. He's the best Howard Stern ripoff artist out there.
All right.
So, they're Southern guys and everything, and they're bombing hardcore.
Right.
And so, then they start ripping into you. Where's Howard Stern? And this Moby guy goes, well, let's just put his award right here. And Bubba says, we'll just put it right here. And then Bubba the Love Sponge goes, now, this isn't my idea. He goes, we talked about doing this backstage, and we're going to do this. And so Bubba gets your award and wipes Moby's ass with your award.
Two idiots.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, two idiots who
You know, they're on an award show, and now they're disgracing the award.
Yeah, well, not
exactly.
only that.
I mean, Billboard's got to be real proud about
So
this.
what did everyone in the audience do?
Everybody started booing.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody took your side, which is...
This is why radio sucks.
Yeah, but that's why I won't go to award shows with radio guys, because it's like they're all doing what they think I would do at an award show. And the thing is that they don't know what to do unless I've done it already. So they, on their own, they bomb. So they're going, I wonder what Howard would do. Well, maybe he would wipe his ass with an award. But they don't know what I would do. I wouldn't do the obvious.
They're just scumbags.
Yeah, of course. And the thing is that they're all having these careers in markets where I'm not, where they can do impressions of me.
Right.
Yeah.
And get away with it. And instead of saying, Jesus, of course he's the greatest radio personality to ever live, he gave us our whole life.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't they have an award for most jealous and give it to those two guys? Bubba Sponge and the other guy.
There'd be too many candidates.
Moby the Sponge.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Well, the crowd started booing. Now,
They should just name themselves Howard Stern.
They
Why
should.
do they come up with... And the only thing that they do on their own is give themselves a name, and it's always a bad name. It's always a bad... It's Bubba the Love Sponge. You know, I don't want to be in an industry with a Bubba the Love Sponge. I don't want to go to an award show with a Bubba the Love Sponge.
well, here's the deal. These guys are both... Here's a novel idea. They're syndicated.
Wonder how that happened.
Well, yeah. Now this is good too. So, let me finish. Well, after they wiped his ass with the award, then Moby decides to take it on further.
Right.
So he gets your award, your Billboard Award. I mean, this is kind of prestigious in the industry. I mean,
guess.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good award.
I know I feel like a better man having won it. I wish I had it. Where is it? Well, now I don't want it. Some guy wiped his butt with it.
Well, don't worry, they cracked it. I mean, this Moby took it, threw it up in the air, and smashed it on the floor.
Oh, what's the matter? He didn't win one?
I doubt it. But he's syndicated, like in 15 markets.
Really?
I've never
even heard of him.
Yeah, like I'm a radio guy. I've never heard of this guy.
Well, listen, everyone in radio, these guys are so goddamn jealous. They do a morning show that is based on mine and what I do, and I set the standard for the industry. I've written 2 major bestsellers. I've had pay-per-view grosses in one night that they could only dream of. I'm coming out with a major motion picture, for God's sakes, for Paramount Pictures, an Ivan Reitman production. How could these guys compete? They've done. If tomorrow I became the unfunniest guy on the planet, I've done it all the stuff that they'll never get to do. So I'm going to go sit in a room with jealous individuals who can't even bring themselves to praise me when I've created an entire career for these guys? Schivoses, the whole industry. And you want to know why I won't go to an award show with people in radio? Yeah, bring me to the goddamn Academy Awards. I'll sit there with Sally Field and those ruptured eyeballs of
even those
hers.
Billboard Awards they show on TV.
Yeah.
Not the ones they give to radio people where nobody goes.
Yeah, why don't
nobody
they bring me to the Billboard Awards on TV? With some legitimate people. I mean, what is that?
But this Bubba guy, he's about 400 pounds.
Oh, forget it. He's a big fatso, I bet.
Huge. I emailed him last night to,
Email? Where would you
thought.
email him? How do you email him?
Well, no, I was just going through my computer last night, and I found,
he probably has a web page.
He has his own
every guy's got a web page. Let me tell you something. There was an article in the paper about how I am making my plans to go on the Internet.
Oh, is that right?
Now, I guarantee you, I haven't gone on the Internet like these other jackasses, because when they do it in a lame way.
Yeah.
I'm talking to 3 major companies right now about the Internet. I have devised a plan to revolutionize the Internet. When I go on the goddamn Internet, it ain't going to look like every other goddamn disc jockey's Internet. And then they'll all switch over to what I'm doing. Oh, rat finks. Internet. Kiss my ass.
Well, he answered
then
back.
there'll be an Internet award show.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear his response?
Did you read that artitle about the Internet? Yeah, I got
No,
the
I
article
didn't.
ready. Here, listen to this.
You referred to it yesterday. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, the Internet. Here. Yeah, it's from the New York Post. Internet services in battle to sign King of All Media, by John Matavalli. The online world may soon embark on a bidding war on Howard Stern. Okay? My webpage will be .com my ass. Quote, we have been having conversations with online people at the present time that I can tell you, says Don Buchwald, Stern's agent. Buchwald, who works out of a Manhattan firm called Buchwald Associates, is talking to 3 online services which have been flying him out to meet with top executives, he says. A full-scale official Stern area would be a magnet for online subscribers. Like everything else, it needs a draw. And, of course, right now there is no draw on the Internet. You ever been on the Internet?
Yeah.
There's nothing going on. Buchwald wouldn't name the services, but America Online says it is interested in Stern. CompuServe and the Microsoft Network are also said to be in the running. And then it talks about Prodigy has a couple of different Howard Stern rooms, which I have nothing to do with.
No.
But evidently that is what's keeping Prodigy in business. They have 1 million subscribers. America Online has 5 million subscribers. Quote, "We love that guy. We think Howard is contrary to Prodigy's image." John Colson, America Online. So these guys are all bidding. Now, I have never made a step onto the internet because I saw that things were not going right. It's got to be done in the proper manner. It's got to be done in a big way. If I go on, I'm going to do it in a big way. Every other disc jockey I know got a web page, and you go on there and there's nothing going on. There's no reason for it. If there's no reason for it, why should it be? It's a ripoff. Right, Booger?
Come on, Howard.
Come on, you gotta be Booger.
Be Booger. Go with it. Go with the Booger thing.
Do it.
Do it. Your name is Booger.
Come
The
on.
kids in school called you Booger. So
You know, you'd think I could have chose a cool radio name, and I could have got completely away from that.
Booger is cool.
I like it.
I like
think
it too.
You know, it's the marquee, man.
You know, seriously, be a little self-effacing. It'll work for your career. Trust
Really?
me. Do I know radio? Am I the holder of 3 Billboard Awards? Well, I want to thank Billboard for giving me this prestigious award. Unfortunately, my awards were not given to me. They were smashed on stage. They were also, guys wiped their butts with them. And what am I going to say? So I don't have the physical awards. I would like to have them, but I don't have them. And I would like to say that it is nice to be honored, but in a way, it's really not an honoring when guys who rip you off and stuff can't even bring themselves to say, "Thank you, Howard."
There's no other industry where this occurs.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the Emmys. Helen Hunt didn't take the Emmy and wipe her butt with it.
Right.
All right? Julia Louis-Dreyfus didn't sit there and smash the award. It doesn't go
If
on.
somebody doesn't show up, they say, "We accept the award in their honor," and they go to the next award.
I hope I win the goddamn Academy Award. What are you laughing at, Booger?
That was the quote of the
Hey,
night, though.
Booger.
It was like, how many movies have you made, Moby? I mean, that's what, you know, that's,
Yeah.
that was the whole, you know, the
When's the last time he made a $25 million movie?
How many books have been written about Moby?
That's right.
I don't know. It was funny. You're right.
Thank you. Thank you, Booger. Booger.
Booger.
Whatever. Whatever you decide, I'll go with. I like him. I listen to his show. He's good.
He should be Booger, I'm telling you.
I listen to your show, Booger.
When?
All the time on weekends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Take care, man.
Thanks.
That's Booger. Anyway, that's what happened. Now you know what happened at the award.
That's really crappy, but it's typical.